This is the Xbox ROG Ally X. Asus's and Microsoft's combined effort to create the portable Xbox. But are you actually buying an Xbox, or is this a handheld PC in disguise? To figure this out, we are going to use this tiny powerhouse as a console replacement, and skip owning the Xbox altogether. The whole idea is to see if this thing stands up as an Xbox on its own.
So how would the experience be? How would it compare to a real Xbox experience? Or even a Switch 2 one for that matter? I don't know, but I want to. So today we're turning the Ally X into a full-blown living room desk gaming rig, powered by an eGPU and some clean furniture from Vernal. We'll see how it stacks up between the real consoles like the Series X, the PS5, and even the Switch 2.
Oh, and remember to subscribe to be considered for the monthly giveaway. Details are at the end. It's Xbox time.
So to start out this setup, we're going to need some furniture. And I decided to partner with Vernal, who were kind enough to send over a few pieces for this setup. And honestly, it looks better than my other desk setup, which is what I'm recording on right now. So the foundation is the Vernal height adjustable standing desk. It's sturdy and made of full walnut and runs whisper quiet when adjusting height. Perfect for swapping between work and play, which this setup is designed to be a benchmarking setup to decide if we can have this little handheld become a real Xbox. They also have some fantastic cable management that I'm adding my own flair to. It's got a solid metal frame and plenty of depth for large monitors or dual screen setups. Above that, we've got the V-Series desk shelf, a clean riser that gets the TV, in our case, the LG C4, up to eye level, freeing space up for controllers and peripherals underneath. It was very easy to put together, and I also added a little bit of backing to this so you can't see any light through it. And underneath, the Vernal side cabinet. That's where all the magic hides. All the peripherals and extra storage you'll need in the same type of walnut finish that we have up top for the desk. This was very easy to put together and stores an absolute ton of stuff. And in this case, we're using it under the desk to make it more look like a regular TV setup. But the nice part about that is this thing still moves up and down, so if you're tired of sitting because you've been doing it all day, you can stand up and game if you want to.
I think their furniture is really well built. It was very easy to put together, and it will be in a lot of shots from here on out, so look for them in the description.
For the display, we're going big. The LG C4 OLED. It's a few years back at this point, but it does a really good job of displaying things properly.
Because the C4 really does a good job of being a TV that's indicative of the console experience. It has HDR, it's got 4K 120, and it's got HDMI 2.1 ports, 4 of them.
It really is the kind of panel that makes you forget you're running off a handheld.
Now, to actually use this thing like a console setup, we're going to need to take a few other things into account. You're going to need a controller, you're going to need sound, and you're going to need some way to interact with it if you have to use Windows stuff, which we'll get to that in a second.
Starting off with the FlyDigi Apex 5. We're using the Apex 5 and the controller dock to make it feel more like a console here, so you can just pick this up and directly interact with Windows. In addition to that, the Bluetooth is dialed in for this device. We're able to hook up any Bluetooth headphones directly to this and get mic and audio just like any Windows PC. And at the centerpiece, which is powering our device and also adding the GPU to our device, is the AUStar AG02 eGPU dock. It's running an XFX Swift Radeon RX 7900 XT overclock. That eGPU turns the Ally X into a legit desktop gaming PC. Just plug in one USB-C cable and suddenly you've got desktop graphics, albeit at medium 4K around 30, but you got full DisplayPort 2.1 output and silent cooling tucked away to the side. It's wild seeing a handheld feed the 4K 120 OLED TV through an external GPU that's practically twice its size. Now you can also get different graphics cards for this setup, but the 9060 XT works really well here because with the AMD CPU, it's not that crazy overkill for the budget here. If we paired this with another $1,000 graphics card, we'd be at a $2,000 device, and I don't think the point of this is to get the price up that high. I think the idea is to have a high-end dock that makes your already good console just a little bit better for the console experience. But the real question is, will it actually replace the Xbox?
But let's talk numbers. Inside the Xbox, ROG Ally X, we have the Z2 Extreme chip, which really helps when you pair this thing with a GPU dock.
It's very solid for handheld gaming, but when you connect it to the eGPU dock, it bypasses integrated graphics and hands the heavy lifting to the RX 7900 XT. The difference really is night and day. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 run fantastic, in addition to the newly released Arc Raiders here. And we also tried this out with some Marvel rivals. This is all very comparable to the results that you would get on the regular Xbox, PS5, and also Switch 2, depending on the availability of the games. With this combo, the Ally X isn't just a handheld, it's a modular desktop that scales up on demand. MSI, Lenovo, and even Valve don't have this kind of plug-and-play power with the flexibility right now. Overall, the performance you're looking at here with this setup is a 4K medium to low settings between 60 and 120 frames, given different settings for different games.
So another big question is, how does this setup stack up against the competition, the PS5, the Xbox Series X, and the PlayStation 5?
How is the UI against the regular Xbox Series X? Well, the Xbox Series X still wins on simplicity. Plug it in, choose your game, done. That's all you have to do for the regular Xbox. But it is locked down to the Xbox ecosystem. So you don't get Steam, you don't get any emulation unless you really tweak it, and you don't really get any modifications here, which is similar for the other two. The Nintendo Switch 2, it's portable, family friendly, and optimized for its games. But performance and graphics can't touch what this hybrid setup delivers with the Ally X here. Same thing with the PS5. It's got incredible exclusives and reliability, but again, you're locked in. Whatever Sony has is what you're gonna get. The Ally X and GPU combo gives you the freedom, PC gaming, a slightly more invasive console experience, and you can even run regular Windows programs all in one machine. So while the consoles are easier, this setup is yours. You control the ecosystem, the performance, and even the desk aesthetics here. Let's move on to some pros and cons between all of this. This setup is modular, handheld or desktop with one cable. The eGPU delivers true 4K gaming and really pumps up the Z2 Extreme here. So if you really needed to, yes, I would completely say that this can be a desk setup, but something strictly for gaming. In addition to that, the Vernal desk setup keeps it all clean, ergonomic, and just looks fantastic. Between the height adjustment, headphone hangers, and just overall good looks, this setup is going to be used in a lot of the filming from now on. Another pro for the Ally X is the massive game library, thank you to Windows. And it all just looks fantastic on the LG C4 here. This setup really came together, and I really wouldn't have that many cons for this entire handheld setup, which let's move on to the cons now, and this is one of the big ones. The total cost here really adds up. The Ally X eGPU dock, the GPU itself, and accessories easily top the $2,000 mark. While Windows still also behaves like Windows, you're going to have pop-ups, driver updates, and all these different things that are not quite rounded out as something as seamless as the PS5 would be. It's not going to update while you're gone. If you put it to sleep and wake it back up, it will ask you to put in your Windows credentials again. It's still Windows. In addition to this, it is not as seamless as something like a Switch. You still need to tweak the power modes and drivers occasionally. Overall, in exchange, you get a setup that's personal, flexible, and surprisingly console-like. And for me, I really like it.
So after building this setup and living with this thing for the last 2 weeks, I could say that the Xbox ROG Ally X, which is a very long name, is very close to the Switch 2 for PC gamers experience that we're gonna get.
It's flexible, powerful, and honestly pretty beautiful on this Vernal desk.
And speaking of Vernal, they were nice enough to give me a 6% off code to specifically hide somewhere in the video. They're having a Black Friday event from October 25th to December 5th, and prices start at $429. Plus, you can get $70 off with any of the classic sets. So use code YTDG for 6% off. Back to the Xbox.
Sure, it's pricey and Windows isn't as seamless as a console operating system would be, but the freedom, to play anything, anywhere, in any form is unmatched. It really is a new version of a handheld system that can be turned into a console, albeit at a pretty steep price tag.
So if you liked this video, subscribe and drop a comment telling me if you'd buy this and forgo an actual Xbox to be considered to win the next month's giveaway. Make sure to check the community tab for the details and the winner. Davey out.